At my birthday dinner, my nephew looked at my shoes and said, "Dad says they're fake, just like you." Then he poured soda all over them while everyone around the table laughed. That night, I ended the $1,200 monthly payment I had been sending to cover their expenses. My nephew Tobias is 9 years old, and he has rarely heard the word no. His parents, Warren and Delaney, treat him like he can do no wrong. I love him, but his behavior has been a problem for years. Last Saturday, I celebrated my 30th birthday at my favorite Italian restaurant with my family. A month earlier, I had bought myself a pair of Gucci loafers. They weren't about showing off. I had wanted them for 3 years and finally bought them after earning a promotion. They cost $890, and I waited until I could comfortably afford them. When Tobias arrived, he sat beside me, looked down at my shoes, and spoke loudly enough for everyone to hear. "Dad says those are fake like you." The entire table went silent. For a moment, nobody knew what to say. Then Warren laughed. Actually laughed. Delaney covered her mouth, pretending to be shocked, but she was laughing too. My mom gently said, "Tobias, sweetheart, that's not a nice thing to say." But she was smiling. I was the only person who wasn't laughing. "What exactly did you just say?" Tobias smiled. "Dad says your shoes are fake because you buy cheap copies to pretend you're rich. He says you're fake too because you act successful, but you still live in a small apartment." I looked directly at Warren. "You told your son that?" He shrugged. "Kids repeat things. Don't take it so seriously. It's your birthday." Before I could respond, Tobias grabbed his Coke and poured it straight onto my right shoe. The ice hit my foot. The soda soaked into the leather instantly, and then everyone started laughing. My aunt was crying from laughing so hard. My cousin pulled out his phone to record it. Warren was holding his stomach. Delaney said, "Tobias, that wasn't nice," but she was still laughing. My mom just shook her head with a smile. I sat there watching an $890 pair of shoes get ruined, while my family treated it like the funniest moment of the year. I didn't argue. I didn't yell. I simply took out my phone, photographed the damage, and finished my dinner. When the check arrived, I paid only for my meal and left. That night, sitting in my apartment with my ruined shoe beside me, I opened my banking app. For 2 years, I had been sending Warren and Delaney $1,200 every month. It started when Warren lost his job. It was supposed to be temporary. A few months became a year. A year became a routine. That money covered their groceries and Tobias's private school tuition, something Delaney refused to cancel even though they couldn't afford it. Over 2 years, I had given them $28,800. That was enough money to buy more than 20 pairs of the shoes Tobias destroyed. I canceled the automatic transfer. Then I removed Warren from my credit card account. He had been using it for gas because his credit was too damaged to get his own card. After that, I sent Delaney one message. "The $1,200 transfer is canceled. Tobias needs to understand that actions have consequences." I silenced my phone and went to sleep. The next morning, I woke up to 43 missed calls and more than 60 messages. Warren had tried to buy gas, but my card declined. Delaney was expecting my payment because Tobias's tuition was due that day. My mom had called 8 times. Warren's voicemails went from confused to angry. His final message was, "You're really doing this over a pair of shoes." I called my mom first. "Why would you do this to your brother?" "Because my 9-year-old nephew poured soda on my $890 shoes," and everyone laughed. "Oh, come on. He's just a child. He's a child who learned from his father that I'm someone to make fun of. I'm done paying for their lifestyle. Your brother needs that money. Then Warren needs to find another job, or stop paying for a private school he can't afford. Or he can apologize." "You want an apology over shoes?" "No, I want an apology because my own brother taught his son to disrespect me after everything I've done." She went quiet. "You're really going to let that boy suffer because of your pride?" "Mom, I sent them $28,800 in 2 years. That's not pride. That's me finally realizing I was being taken for granted." Then Warren called. I answered. "Look, I'm sorry about the shoes. Tobias shouldn't have said those things." I waited. "Warren, buy your own gas. Pay your own tuition. Replace my shoes when you can afford to. You can't just cut us off." I already did. 3 weeks later, Delaney posted on Facebook that Tobias had to leave private school and transfer to public school. Her caption said, "Family is supposed to help family." I didn't comment.